everyone. So now that we've made the great journey from Thailand here to Chicago last month, I thought it would be a great idea to kind of sit down and get a few questions answered so everybody can do like this, a little mini meet and greet. So I thought maybe we could start with asking you some questions that have kind of been on everybody's mind. Yep. So I guess the first question I probably get asked most often is like, what was your life like before ordination?
In the UK before ordination, before I went to Thailand, crazy, out of control, completely out of control. Doing just about every illicit drug known to man, drinking far too much. It was mad. Yeah.
What was it that originally brought you to Thailand in the first place?
I went to Thailand to basically to get off the crack pipe, and it worked. That worked. Drinking took a little longer, but that actually worked. That's the reason I went to Thailand, and it was successful.
What was it that brought you to ordain?
A long story. Okay, let's cut the story down. I got married and divorced. That's, again, I'm pretty good at that. And I was basically following more of a shamanic path. With a guy that everyone said was the crazy guy in the village. And I was actually asked if I'd like to go and stay at the temple. And I did, which is something I'd always wanted to do, something that I'd asked my Thai wife about, and she said, oh no, it's only for Thai people, which I knew wasn't true. And after I'd been at the temple for, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 months, maybe 6 months, I don't know, I can't remember now, my Ajahn there asked me if I would ordain. And he actually asked me 3 times. Twice I turned him down and said, no, it's just for Thai people. And the 3rd time I agreed, and it was going to be for 3 months for the rains retreat, for the Vasa. And nearly 8 years on now, I guess, I'm still ordained. So I had no intention of ordaining. I was asked if I would ordain 3 times, and on the 3rd time I said yes.
Why did you decide to stay on after the rains?
Because I was very content. I was actually supposed to be moving to the south of Thailand with a young lady that a school teacher that I'd met, who is probably one thing I regret about staying ordained. Not I don't regret staying ordained, but that maybe I hurt her. She couldn't understand. She said if I'd have told her I had another girl, that would have been understandable, but she couldn't understand how I'd rather stay a monk.
What was life like at Wat Tao Yai?
It was, at the beginning, not so easy for me because it's a very Thai temple.
I think maybe for those that aren't familiar, like what part of Thailand was this? Because it's definitely not a tourist area.
Okay, northeast Thailand, Chaiphum province, Ampur, Nombaden, very poor, primarily poor rice farming area. Not on the way to anywhere. I could go weeks, months sometimes without seeing a Western face or without speaking English. So the language barrier was tough at times. The people were very friendly and were very good to me, certainly especially in the beginning. So life became very easy there, actually. And I kind of got to a point where I thought, well, this is it. This is where I'll stay until whenever. But things moved on from there.
And so why is it that you wanted to come to America? Given your choice of leaving anywhere and going anywhere outside of Thailand, like why here?
Because I seem to have somehow gathered myself quite a few friends and acquaintances, mainly from the US. And because I feel there is more opportunity here in the US for me to do what I'm intending to do, which is to spread the Dharma in a way that perhaps is certainly unorthodox, and to people that are not traditional temple goers. And I feel the US is probably the best place to deal with that. I've still got to deal with immigration, which would have been a plus point to go into the UK or Europe, but at least with the US, it's so vast that I only need to deal with it once and can basically be in as many different environments as I choose in the one country with the one reason.
It seems like it would be a lot easier to be associated with a particular temple and letting them like fund the whole thing. Like, why is it that you've chosen to do something so independent, the more difficult road?
It would certainly be much easier, far easier, and I believe probably too easy. I think that people seem to have this idea about the austere and hard life of monks. Well, in actual fact, that's maybe not the case in a lot of cases. Certainly be easier to do it with the backing of a temple. Unfortunately, there are downsides to that. One of the reasons that I have felt the need to seek independence is that I've come to a point in my ordained life where I am not 100% comfortable with some of the policies of the traditional Sangha. And this is not everywhere and not everyone, but there is a lot of discrimination. It is incredibly patriarchal, and as a result incredibly misogynistic, and I don't feel that I can put my name to that. So I would rather stand or fall on my own actions.
And so we refer often through Instagram and our channel here to the nomad Dhamma gangster. Can you kind of explain where that came from and like why you lean towards that terminology?
Okay, well let's start with the Dharma, because that's easy. Everyone knows what that is. So the Dharma. We'll start with the Dharma. The Dharma, the teachings. If we stick with a lowercase d, we're talking about everything. We stick with the uppercase d, we're talking about the teachings of the kinsman of the sun, the historical Buddha and Gotama. Nomads, well, I actually am a genuine nomad now. People that are ordained are considered to be homeless, to have left home, to have gone forth from home. I actually don't even have a semblance of a home anymore. There's the nomad. And the gangster, well, I don't know. The gangster has drawn some comments. I guess it's a throwback. I guess I've been called that many times in my life, and now I'm a Dharma gangster. So now I'm a homeless Dharma gangster, and I am a nomad Dharma gangster. There you go. It just seemed like an appropriate description of me and the situation I'm in.
And what would you say is your ultimate goal?
Ultimate goal? I don't know about ultimate goal, but certainly my goal
what
is
it that you're looking to accomplish here?
Okay, I'm looking to make the Dharma available in perhaps in an unconventional manner, maybe sometimes in a bit of a controversial manner, which I'm not adverse to. and to make it available to people that are not from a cultural or ethnic Dharma background. People that maybe would not be people that would frequent temples or monasteries or pagodas. Basically, to bring the Dharma out of the monasteries, out of the pagodas, out of the temples, and bring it to the streets. That's the aim. That's the aim. And it's going to be hard, like you say, without the backing of a temple or an organisation or a community, and trying to build a community from scratch. It's going to be hard, but I'll survive, or I'll survive, which is what I always do.
I think it's going to be totally worth it. In fact, like the whole reason why I've chosen to support you is because when I was seeking the teachings, I kept running into a lot of people that were very guru nature, and I'm always real skeptical of that. And you have always been very anti-guru, which I find much more respectful than somebody that's like, I have the teachings and I know more than you, right? You were like, oh, well, maybe I know some things. Like, can I share this information with you? And you're not upholding those patriarchal standards, and you're not upholding a capitalist mindset. You're not like, oh, okay, if you donate to me, I'll help you, right? It's just like you're genuine in wanting to reach out to those people that it normally wouldn't reach, right? And I have found for myself that the Dhamma provides a lot of coping skills that many of us need.
Yeah, for sure.
And the people that need those coping skills are not necessarily part of a community, whether it be at a church or a temple or wherever. And I think it is what you share really translates kind of across the board, right? I think it crosses a lot of borders.
I hope so. Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, that is pretty much it. Thank you.
For sure. So now that we're settled in the States, we are...
I don't know about settled.
We're here, right? We're physically here.
Yeah.
I can sit down and do a video with you. This isn't like through some like minimal broadband, can't do a chat sort of arrangement like we have.
And we actually have a Christmas tree as well.
We have a Christmas tree. So we're settled in the Chicagoland area for right now. We are setting up a sort of Ask Me Anything online event, which we'll be posting details for soon. And we're hoping to set up some in-person speaking arrangements for other people that are interested in the Dhamma. Not like not a preachy sort of event, but more of a Ask Me Anything, get to know me
for sure.
sort of thing. So if that's something that you're interested in, please reach out to us. We will put all the links below this video so that you can contact us on all of our different platform channels. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.